Hey guys, I wanted to give you some of my mid-reading thoughts on Blood and Silk by Michael Vatikiotis. It's called Power and Conflict in Modern Southeast Asia, and I'm reading it because I really want to deepen my understanding of Southeast Asia, and I'm really looking for any nonfiction or fiction recommendations to do that. So I'm about halfway through, and I think I'm learning some things. It is a good overview, but I'm struggling a bit with the perspective that Michael brings. Definitely enmeshed in a lot of kind of Western journalist assumptions and writing style. So for one, it's a little bit difficult to tell how much he wanted this to be a memoir versus kind of more of like a teaching tool or something that's more of a primer for people new to the region. He inserts himself as the author a lot throughout the book. So it's a bit jarring because I do think some of the content is organized around his own personal experiences rather than providing a very comprehensive overview. I feel that the lens is very focused on human rights and democracy. And of course, I support human rights and democracy, and those are things I want to learn about. But I do find that to be a very Western default starting point, which is to judge a country based on how far or close it is to having democracy, and it kind of feels a bit like an old worldview at this point, given that there are big question marks around how full of a democracy many governments in the world, whether it be Asia or the West, have right now. And so I do think there's a lot missing from this book, whether it be discussion of labor and migrant workers, or discussion of like women's rights or indigenous rights, or more discussion of the environment or the land, or things that I think are truly integral parts of the story of Southeast Asia that kind of are viewed as side narratives to this broader kind of focus or obsession with can democracy take place in Southeast Asia given how diverse it is both in a religious and cultural and racial point of view. I'm definitely looking for nonfiction that is a little bit wider in its aperture, but also able to provide a bit more open-minded or I would say like a more complex analysis of what's going on here. But I feel that the structure and the organization didn't help him at all. So those are my thoughts. I still have a few more chapters to go. I do think there are some themes and some key takeaways that are on point. But I think for me, because I really am trying to be invested in this region, I want something that is a little bit more just nuanced and open to having different perspectives or interpretations of the events of this region's very complex